you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Good morning, Premier. Yesterday, her government called anti-SLAPP legislation for debate. Ontarians do see through this in the face of a SLAPP suit initiated by the Premier herself against myself and the member for Niagara West Glanbrook. She's suing me.
Order. Please finish.
Now listen, she's suing me for comparing her to Richard Nixon. But Richard Nixon's tapes had an 18.5-minute gap. The Pat Cervera and Jerry Lougheed tapes in the Sudbury by-election scandal are there for the whole province to either hear or listen to. In fact, the Cervera-Lougheed tapes are the subject of not one, but two criminal investigations. Now that the Premier has outpaced the former Premier Dalton McGuinty in criminal investigations into her office, the Premier's office, doesn't she think it's time to stop muzzling the opposition and withdraw that lawsuit?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So the lawsuit to which the member opposite refers is the one in which I have obviously I have kept it in place, Mr. Speaker, because the comments made by the members from Niagara West Glanbrook and MPP Carleton were untrue, and they were without evidence, Mr. Speaker. And I am always and have been willing to debate the truth, Mr. Speaker. I was always willing to debate the relocations of the gas plants. That's fair, but absolutely unfounded, baseless allegations are not, Mr. Speaker, and all I'm saying is that I'm always willing to debate the truth, but not unfounded allegations.
Thank you.
Debate the truth right here. The biggest threat to the Premier's reputation is she herself. Her deathbed conversion to selling off hydro, selling beer and wine in grocery stores, and eliminating 100,000 public service jobs like nurses at CHEO and education workers at the Toronto District School Board are everything she campaigned against, everything she told this Assembly she would fight against if she became Premier. Her support for anti-SLAPP legislation flies in the face of everything she has done in the last year. There are now 4 criminal investigations into her government, 2 into her own office since she initiated this latest SLAPP suit. She has 2 new scandals in SAMS and social housing. All of that is fact. All I'm saying here today, Premier, is do the right thing. Allow the opposition to question you without any repercussions. Withdraw that suit and do the right thing for the people of this province.
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Premier.
Well, Mr. Speaker, when I took that step, I did not take it lightly, and my only contention is that we should be dealing in the truth. And the member from Leeds, Grenville, come to order. I spent day after day after day.
I'm calling
The member from Leeds, Grenville, 2, continued after I asked him to stop. He's got 2. The member, the Deputy House Leader, is now warned. Who's next? Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I spent day after day here in this House and in front of committee, Mr. Speaker, answering questions about
member from the Carleton, come to order.
Relocations. And all I'm suggesting is that we should deal in the truth and not in allegations. Mr. Speaker, in terms of the decisions that we have made since the election and the plan that we're implementing, it's exactly what I ran on, Mr. Speaker. It's exactly what I said I was going to do. We said we were going to review the assets, Mr. Speaker. We said we were going to balance the budget.
The member from Oxford, come to order.
We said we were going to invest in transit and transportation infrastructure, none of which they agreed with, Mr. Speaker, but we are implementing the plan that we ran on, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.